All right, this is my final individual summary presentation for Education 1060 with Professor Avanzato. About me, my name is John Anthony, and I'm a secondary education major with a concentration in American history. The question I was asked is, how do I feel about teaching? Regarding my own experience with observation hours, I have not actually had the chance to teach a classroom myself, but based off the experiences I have had, I'm in love with the profession itself. The hope to teach, I hope to teach anywhere, from middle school to high school, and to teach back on Long Island because I'm going to be totally honest, the pay is really good. My own teaching philosophy. In regards to Chapter 5, the teaching philosophy I resonate with the most has to be existentialism. This is defined as the belief that individuals are responsible for their own being or existence, in reference to Chapter 5. A quote that resonated with me and that I plan on incorporating into my own classroom has to be "We Are Our Choices" by Jean-Paul Sartre. The way I see it is that in my future classroom, everyone starts on an equal platform, but the choices they make will drastically impact what they take from the class. I fully intend on welcoming failure in my classroom and removing that negative connotation failure holds from an academic perspective. I believe I should merely be a guide, guiding my students down a long academic road, and when they stumble and fall, I'm the one who helps pick them back up. This could be in the form of test corrections, flexible work schedules for homework, and allowing some form of communication and trust to be established when it comes to improving one's grade. I hope to be someone caring and kind, but at the same time firm and swift in my actions and judgment. The important lessons that I've personally taken away. Within the scope of all the education classes I have taken, along with my field experience, the two main lessons I have started to learn more from have to be efficient lesson planning along with adaptability. When it comes to teaching history classes, the days of boring lectures and textbook work are honestly outdated. With the use of modern technology, Google Forms for homework and tests, along with informative videos, I can have a classroom environment where I can keep tabs on virtually every aspect of teaching. Everything from the statistics on how many students got a question right or wrong, along with how much time students actually use on tests and even making work more engaging is now a possibility in comparison to just the standard read off a textbook and answer a whole bunch of questions. By turning everything virtual, I can refine my own lessons as an educator and become more adaptable to the many different ways students may learn. This is where the lesson of adaptability comes in. With the many solutions technology provides to teaching, I can accommodate the students who learn in all different ways. This allows me to create informative work for regular students and other students who may have a more difficult time focusing due to a plethora of reasons, spanning anywhere from ADD to ADHD and even Asperger's. Because, in my opinion, not every student learns the same way, and as a teacher, I have to be responsive to that. Reflection on individual characteristics. When it comes to my own strengths, I would definitely say emotional intelligence is one of them. Um, I'm able to put myself in my students' shoes, whether it's difficulty with the work itself, along with the circumstances that extend beyond the classroom. A few examples of this could be a negative family life, mental illness, and a plethora of other factors that could negatively impact the classroom. Um, this way, I can act accordingly, get them the help they need, and allow my classroom to not only be a place of learning, but also a safe space. When it comes to my weak points, I would have to say my own anxiety causes me to talk at a fast pace when it comes to crowds. I'm still able to hold a conversation and the discussion within the class. I just have to slow my tempo at times because not all students would be able to follow along with the words I'm saying. But I would definitely say sympathy and empathy are my two biggest factors that would lead to me being a good teacher. Plans on becoming a teacher. Regarding the pedagogically competencies paper, the first steps to teaching start here. Observing the classroom per course requirements. Following my current job as a sub within the district I'm trying to get into. Take summer jobs for the district to further get my name out there for when an eventual teaching job opens up. All while completing any other major requirements and certification for New York State and SUNY Oneonta. Once I graduate, I'm pretty much immediately going to grad school back on Long Island, all while continuing the sub hopping from district to district and hopefully landing a job somewhat local to me. Once I start working as a teacher, I plan on going for my master's, and the goal is to get my master's in history, but at the same time go back for a business and administration degree. So I could start with teaching, and if I have the opportunity, move up, possibly becoming a principal, um, or any sort of administration spot within the school district. That way, I can create a more positive change in the classroom and outside of it. Conclusion. At the moment, regarding me being a teacher, I would have to say I'm nowhere near ready. I personally think there is so much I have to learn because I just started secondary education. I just switched this year. Between my observation, my classes, and my new job as a sub, I hope to get the experience I need over the span of me getting my degree. And even then, the college classroom can't prepare me for everything. So between college and my job, I hope to use that to fill the gaps of any information I may not have. So as of right now, I'm just on a steady track of improvement and I intend on keeping it that way. I would have to say the biggest takeaway that I would have to take from my classes isn't necessarily the lesson planning, how to organize a classroom. It's mainly the emotional health because as an educator, I think the only way that I'm ever going to have a productive and healthy classroom environment is that if I have kids that are welcome. They come into the class wanting to learn every day because they love the way I teach and the way I teach. I fully intend on continuing education, and I'm confident in the fact that teaching is a profession that's suited for me. And I would have to say by far, out of even even before switching to education, I had an idea like that in the back of my mind, but until I really got myself in the classroom, until I started observation hours, actually started an educational course, I never really realized this was for me until I did it. But personally, this is my own experience with Education 1060 and the plethora of other classes I have taken for education. But thank you for taking the time to listening to this and everything I have put together. Thank you so much.